President Trump spoke with Russian President Vladimir Putin over the weekend. Putin reportedly offered to help de-escalate the situation. How likely is it that Russia could mediate in this?
That call apparently lasted for about 50 minutes, and the war in the Middle East was the main topic, not the war in Ukraine. I think in terms of having Russia, and in particular Vladimir Putin, out front and center mediating this conflict is very unlikely. For one, we have a lot of opposition to the even suggestion of it in Europe. You had Emmanuel Macron say, how could Russia do that when it's not following international law, it's waging its own war in Ukraine? There's a similar response to that from a number of European leaders. That being said, Russia does have close ties with Iran. It was just in January this year that it signed a strategic cooperation pact where both countries were looking at developing their ties, bolstering them in a number of key areas, including defense. Russia sees Iran as its strategic ally, and at the same time, it does have a relationship with Israel. Now, it has deteriorated in recent months for a number of reasons. For one, Russia has been taking more of a pro-Palestinian position when it comes to what's happening in Gaza. Israel has been somewhat of a reliable ally to Russia in some degrees because Israel never did join the sanction regime that you saw Western countries roll out against Russia. So it really does seem that Moscow has been trying to do this balancing act, which is why it is possible that Russia might be able to use those kinds of connections and relationships to mediate this conflict if it was, asked to do so. Russia is really mindful, I guess you could say, of not trying to do things that would really anger its other allies in the Middle East. Countries like Turkey, countries like the United Arab Emirates that have really kind of helped Russia circumvent the Western sanctions in a way. So, I think Russia is mindful of that. But I think that the main thing is that despite the fact that Iran has not only sent Russia thousands of drones and helped Russia set up a factory to produce the drones, which are now being used in Ukraine, Russia is very unlikely to send military help the other way.